It's all in your head. Drink some wine and it's gonna pass. You just need a lubricant. That's fine. Your pelvic floor are really contracted. I have nothing to give you because you are a young woman and I don't want to hurt you, but there's nothing I can do. All of these things I heard so many times from doctor, and it was hurting. So hi, I'm Nurse Gal. I'm a cannabis nurse in Israel, and I'm gonna share with you my story. Yeah, and it's really ridiculous. Everything, all of this. So this what the doctors seen. I've been really young. I was 23 years old in my nursing school, and it was fine. Everything was fine. I was a runner. I was doing hiking, really sportive, and then there just started a pain in the pelvic floor, and I became that. So how this happened? Right now I'm 31 years old, not 27. That was back then. I was just getting married at 24, and there started I just felt pain all the time, like my vulva is on fire. It's like, just like Julie said, it's like 1,000 paper cuts, but if you put alcohol on them, that will be more appropriate to say something. But everything I'm gonna say, it's going to insult my pain because there's no way to describe that. That's what Shani Cohen said. In here in Israel, she's a famous actress, sorry, and she was suffering from endometriosis herself. So I started just go to doctors. I went to the ER in the gynecology department, and the doctor just put the ultrasound stick in and out and in and out inside of me, and it was so painful. I was crying, and he was saying, "You see, it doesn't hurt. You just need a lubricant." So that didn't happen. I tried even ketamine local in ointment. I tried lidocaine, Plexia, Lyrica, Cymbalta. I was fainting because of the Cymbalta. No one was actually know what it is like if you don't take this medication. That's totally worse. The impact of daily life, I just stopped walking with pants. I couldn't. Everything was just hurting. So I went with dresses, and that's so not me. So it hurt. I couldn't actually make love with my partner, with my husband, because it was hurting so much. Even if he was touching gently, it didn't help. So I went finally to a pain doctor in Israel, and he told me there's nothing I can do. So I've been in London, and they tried to help, really tried. And I was starting to feel like a PTSD patient. Like everything I see a doctor, even if it doesn't speak to me like that, if he just didn't say the diagnosis yet, I'm just stopping my breathing, starting to cry, and if he doesn't believe me, and my heart, it just starts making the palpitation so hard, and that's frustrating as a nurse. It's really hard to be on the other side as a patient. So then I've been in that's the diagnosis they gave me. First dryness in the vulva, and then a fungus. At least 10 times I tried that, and it didn't work, as you see. Vaginismus, that's what they think, and they made a vestibulectomy, and it really hurts. It's like you're shaving everything from the vulva, and you're just waiting to the skin to grow back. Vestibulitis, it wasn't that. A fibromyalgia, that was really absurd because the pain is constant. It's 24 hours and I don't have any relief. So how could it be fibromyalgia? That's not rational. He just wanted to give me something, some diagnosis, and I don't think it's good. Then they start to think I'm a drama queen, I'm crazy. And then I started to believe in this by myself. Like, I'm not sure I see the reality as it is. It's maybe I don't see it and other people do. And then I just started to be a hopeless case. That's all of the things I tried, at least the most of them, from the radio frequency to sucker, to SES, a stimulator in the sacrum, and it was heart surgery, but it didn't help. Chemotherapy, I'm saying, I'm so sorry. Chiropractic, and it was an internal manipulation. And if you didn't pass that, somebody just throwing pushing your coccyx, your sacrum, and you're exposed. It's really hard. And then if you do this to the vagina inside of you, just to start to dilate, to like a dilator. I'm not sure I'm saying this right. Sorry, I'll just go. Forgive me. And then one of the doctors just told me, there's someone who can help you, and he's not in Israel. His name is Mark Possover. He's in Zurich. And that was the first doctor who looked me in the eyes and told me the truth. It was before that I came to the doctor in Zurich and just asked him, if you can't help me, I want to die. Please help me with this, because that's not living. That it's just a survival, and that's not the life I wish for. I'm young. I have a lot of years to suffer. I can't. So then he told me, I see in the MRI, and there was like 10 MRIs. No, I'm just saying, like around 7. But no one saw that until then. He told me there's a bit of a shadow of a vein, and there was in the surgery a varicose vein in the right side that he had to cut, because it was pushing the nerve so hard to the bone, and that was causing this pain. And there was a scar tissue up to L2, and my it was I don't know how to describe that. I was in the beautiful place ever, and I couldn't enjoy that. More than that, I had to expose myself to the doctor and tell him all the private stuff, how much it hurts me, how much it hurts my confidence as a nurse, that I can't ever be caring again to someone. I'm a patient, and that's it. So I told him, no, you're going to just erase that from your life and keep going. He didn't. It was just something else, but you had to look for it. And it's so easy to give up. And this man just started in France. They told him, we are not helping you with the research because there's no money in it. So he went to Zurich, and they helped him. And that's the man who started the neuropelviology. Okay. So the challenges in medicine, just with the cannabis in Israel, it's really complicated. We're having some issues with the government, with the ministry, and women most likely to suffer from chronic pain, and that's not their fault. That's because people are dismissing them. They're invisible to the system, and then they're having a a diagnosis so late, so it hurts them and breaking their life until then. And as Julie said, 75% of the medication was just was been given to men and not for women in a clinical trials, even in mice. So that's absurd, and that means if you don't see it, I am sure you see, we are in a clinical trial without our consent. We didn't approve this. We didn't know about it, but we'll take it. We'll take the medication that was tried on men to most of the population. Women are supposed to take it, kids are supposed to take it, and we don't know what are the consequences. And it's really, really, I don't know how to say this, but it's not right. The gender bias, as you see, in everything, it's so big. The gap is huge, but we must start in some place. And cultural and religious aspects in Israel, I can just tell you a bit. We're gonna say more with Gloria. We have like a blessing in the morning, and the men bless. Thank you, God, for not making me a woman. We have 120 people in the Knesset. That's like the Congress, and just 4 women are there. Like they can. I don't know. It's not equal to the population. It's not. Because we have like 50-50, like 4.5 million women, and like that we have men. With Lilith to Eve, we see how the women are supposed to be just saying what the men said. The man said something, that's, you're gonna say amen to that, because you have no other options. That's a cage. We have buses that separated to men and women in some places. I'm not sure that's wrong, but I don't know just how to solve this situation with the religious people. But we need to think about something. And there are really limited resources in research about cannabis and about pain, pelvic pain. And in cannabis, we have around 500 types of THC 20% in here, strains, and just 5 strains with a CBD. And you see that not matching to, it's like men are most likely to take the THC and the women are most likely to take the CBD. And the Technion has done some research about it, but from 400 people that been in this research, 150 were women, and then they just seek CBD helping to the women and the THC helping to the men. Most likely that's because we have a CB2 receptor in the pelvis. That's huge. But on the other hand, they gave us the just oil, and if this oil doesn't help you, you just have to choose the flowers, to smoke it, to vape it, and you don't have topical. I don't think that's right, because 90% of us are smoking and we don't have to. And as you see, the gap is really big. 32,000 medical licenses for women and 53,000 for men in 2020. And the chronic pain is really hard, but all of the environment doesn't believe on a woman that said I'm in pain. They say just, oh yeah, you are a drama queen, you don't have tolerance to pain, and that's make them to fade. and you can do this. You can do this to a person. It's like when you're doing with the abortions, a woman doesn't have to come to someone in a committee, which most of the doctors in there are probably men, and somebody else has said to you what to do with your life. If not, you are stuck. 50% of these women that want the abortion are married women, and in here that's a problem. That means they're gonna have to lie to the doctors that they cheated on their husband, and that's how they're going to achieve the approval to this abortion. And that's humiliating. She's already passing something bad, really bad and dark. And okay, I'm not gonna go with this. You remember that probably. Yeah, that's a poster from the FDA, I think. Maybe it was in the States. And as you see, women are really, it's not an option, cannabis. It was taking a lot of surgeries and a lot of medication until they gave me cannabis. And I just don't know how to say that. That was supposed to be a first line treatment, probably. And psychologists and nurses have so much to give to these patients. Just listen to them. Let's don't be the handmaid's tale as much as it's bad. We can go there. We just have to see these women and help them. Tell them you are not alone. That's gonna mean so much. These women are never going to forget you. If you see her and help her, just look for something. If you don't have this solution right now, probably there is in some other place. Maybe someone else can aim her. And that's a lot. You're gonna save lives. Believe in her. It's not just in your head. That's a strong sentence she had to hear, because it's like gaslight. You don't know if it's real or not. And please create a new narrative for you and for them. Challenge and really actively reject the stigma on women and on cannabis. Cannabis, it's not a forbidden word, not as much as morphine isn't. And just crush this taboo. Stay holistic. Educate yourself and your patient. Listen to them and talk. Without this, I wouldn't been saved. There was a woman with my dad on the train that aimed me to this Professor Mark Possover in Zurich, and without her, I wasn't alive today. So, girl, you really know better. Break this silence, and your will shall decide your destiny.